a great day to have the first media day and begin the process of beginning to play games. 2 weeks from tomorrow will be our first real game, and we're excited about it. We've had a great preseason. It's different because it's been a different schedule, but I think we've been experimenting in some areas how to keep them fresh, but at the same time make the right progress. And I'm sure we didn't do everything right, but I think we like that we're fairly healthy right now, and we're playing as good as we can for this point in the season. So I think you're going to stay for about a half an hour of practice. It's going to be very generic what we're going to be end up doing, but I think you'll get a little better look at the size of people and the different and look at their progress maybe somewhat. But I like the guys on this team. They're a good bunch of young men. Been virtually maintenance free up to this point, and then now we go ahead and go about trying to help them develop their skills while you teach them what winning basketball at Michigan is about. So love to. I'm sure you have a lot of questions, and look forward to meeting some of these young men and having some time with them, because I think you'll really like it's the 7 young men that were with us last year. They're not with us. The 5 seniors and Trey and Tim were great representatives of the university. I think you'll find the same thing with some of the 3 new scholarship players and the walk-ons that we have.
Okay, as usual, we will use the microphones for questions. Adam's over here, Michael's over here, but we'll start with John Moore.
You mentioned health. Any update on Mitch and any projection for him?
Yeah, he's making great progress, but we're super cautious. But he's been doing these underwater treadmill workouts that are really productive. I mean, his heart rate, I know I couldn't do some of those. And so it's really good, but we're being very cautious as well. But if he keeps making this progress day after day, it's still day to day, one of these days he's going to have to get out there and see what he can do. But we're very cautious.
Go back over to right with Rob.
Hey, Coach, can you talk about the versatility of the roster this year?
Well, I hope so. I think with Mitch not being in there right now, there's not as versatile as we'd like to be, because we want to have people playing a lot of different positions. But when Mitch is healthy, we're fairly versatile, where we can play a bunch of multi-position players and just let it roll. I mean, we've done some things that haven't in practice thus far that would be, that would be good for us to just play that way, and whether it's continually. With a really big lineup, really small, all long guys at one time. I do like that part.
Go over to your left, Coach Chris.
You've seen the same aggressiveness in your freshmen, Zach and Derek, that you saw maybe like in a Tim and a Trey when they first got here?
There's some similarity. Yeah, I don't think that you'll, Tim was certainly a shooter with room to drive and handle. I think that probably Zach is doing a lot of those things. Derek he's 100% right now. He hasn't been in practice. He missed about 4 or 5 days just while we made sure that his foot was fine. So I see great decision making by Derek, which is really good. Which I've seen some very few freshmen. You don't see that type of thing.
How about in terms of confidence as well?
Oh yeah, they both Tim and Trey had different. Air about them. One was a quiet confidence, one was more pronounced, and I see both of those qualities.
Stay on your left with Brian.
Coach, after all that success last year, what's your biggest challenge going into this year?
I think the 2 biggest ones is replace the intangibles we had off those 5 seniors that left this team and won a lot of games in their time. There was things going on in the locker room, in the practice, in the weight room, meals that it's hard to replace those things. And then the whole idea of that there's Tim and Trey at the end of shot clock, at the end of games. If we were drawing up things, it was going to them. Who are you drawing up things for at the end of the game? Those are things we're working through right now. But those are 2 first-round draft choices. It's been a long time since we've had a first-round draft choice. And we had 2 in the same year that we've lost. So trying to replace that we'll learn, on the fly a little bit. We can do that best.